It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, a win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories, always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce.
Uh-huh.
And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in. A little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Position, 7 feet, number 7, Dwayne Dedman. Starting in small forward, standing 6'8", number 40, Harrison Barnes. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'11", number 35, Marvin Bagley. Starting at point guard, at 6'3", number 5, De'Aaron Fox. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 24, Buddy Hield. Your head coach is David Yeager. Once again, your Sacramento Kings.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against the Jazz in Utah.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
So Sacramento will get the first possession.
Here we go.
Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. They've got ABC. Howard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Iguodala in at the 2 spot. Now here's Dedman. Here's Hield on target from 13 feet. Hield's got his team on the board to start the game for Sacramento. A lot of people, Steve, talk about the length of the season, 82 games. Do you think the league will ever reduce that number?
No, I don't think so. I think the commissioner's done an excellent job of trying to spread out games. He's cut down the back-to-backs, and so it's given some guys some much-needed rest, and I think they've looked at the travel schedule, but I don't think they ever want to reduce the number of games. The league is going well right now with 82.
And you've got to keep, Steve, the regular season relevant.
Yes.
Don't you? I mean, it's got to matter. It's got to matter.
I think so, and I think that's the reason why. I think they might change the playoff format, but I don't think they would change the regular season.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Here's ABC. Dedman with the block. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Fox kicks to Bagley. Off target from 3-point range.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Barnes against Crowder. Passes it to Howard. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now, here's Fox. Hield outside. Traps in the tray. Hield's got 5 now.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Here's Jackson from 11 feet away. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Now, here's Fox. Hield outside. This one for 3. Rebound by Iguodala. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Crowder. Buries it down low.
Jay Crowder, not the biggest guy, but he's crafty in the painted area. Knows how to get his shot.
Fox passes to Barnes. In the corner, it's Hield. Just 5 on the clock. Over Iguodala. Again, Hield missing.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now, here's Fox. 8 points his last outing. Barnes kicks to Bagley. Back to Barnes. Makes it off the glass. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
Barnes is just so well developed from anywhere on the floor. In terms of player salaries, you want to get what you pay for. Not the case for the Grizzlies last season. 2 of the 3 highest paid guys, one played in just 12 games, the other played in just 36.
Well, looking at the Grizzlies last season, they really didn't have the talent on the bench to make up for some of those injuries.
They've botched a lot of draft picks over the years. No infusion of young talent. No surprise that they ended up with the 2nd worst record in the league.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And the foul called on ABC. That is his first foul of the game. Yvonne Rabs checked in for Dwight Howard. Off the inbound, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
Iguodala takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Iguodala's got his first basket of the night. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the first. Pass to Bogdanovich. This one for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
Here's ABC. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
For Sacramento, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Valanciunas, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Holmes finds Bogdanovich. The layup missed.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's ABC. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Jackson. Buries the long-range jumper.
And it's important that Jackson become consistent from deep. That definitely has the touch to make shots from there.
Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. Sacramento moving it around. Bielitsa misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Here's Fox. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it's Ariza in the corner. Can they get it? Hits it from three-point range. Ariza's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And three-pointers constituting the majority of Ariza's shot attempts in recent years. He won't hesitate.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Grizzlies out in front, up 3. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
Here's ABC. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Trevor Ariza out there at Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle. Valanciunas, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Fox kicks to Ariza. Outside Bogdanovich. Clock at 6, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And let's check out stats for Iguodala. How he did last season. Last season, he averaged 6 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Now here's Valanciunas in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Fox. They trail by 7. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out. Iguodala outside. Out to the wing. Valanciunas with the ball. Holmes on him. Here's Clark. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Well, Steve, talk about leadership. Some guys are extremely vocal. Name some guys that prefer to lead by example, that aren't all talk, but watch what I do.
Yeah, I think it comes out, I would say the first in mind, because he's never vocal, is Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, his play, he leads by example. I think Anthony Davis is another guy that stands out for me. I even look at Kevin Durant. I don't see him as a vocal leader, but I think his game and the way he leads his teams by example is one of those guys that can be leaders, but they can be leaders without being extremely vocal.
big group substitution here for Sacramento. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Heald subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Crowder comes in for Josh Jackson. Now, here's Bogdanovich, guarded closely. Bagley the pass to Heald. Kings moving the ball around. Here's Barnes, and he overshot that one, missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Crowder against Barnes. The pass to ABC. Shot clock at 6. Outside Crowder. The jump hook. He can't get it to go. Good D by Barnes. The Kings trail by 9. Bogdanovich wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bogdanovich has got 6 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Now here's Barnes. 14 points from him the last game against Denver. Crowder against Barnes. Iguodala outside. Elbow shot. Second chance shot. Here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
And Howard always one of the top offensive rebounders in the league.
The Kings trail by 8. And Bogdanovich kicks to Dedmon. Iguodala against Heald. Now here's Dedmon. He's tightly guarded. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Heald can't hit.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Clark the pass to ABC. Back to Clark. Pass to Howard. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Memphis lead. Sacramento's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Andre Iguodala. The Kings shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. The Kings making a switch here. Fox is checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Rab comes in for ABC. And so he hits both. So often when a player comes off injury, he's placed on a conservative minutes restriction. Usually it's the trainers that put that, the doctors that will tell the coaches what they can and cannot do. Do you think there's more of that now than when you were playing?
Totally, Kevin. I look back and think about when I played, the injuries you have. Usually coaching staff, trainers, they ask, are you ready to go? I wouldn't say 100%, but are you ready to resume the amount of minutes you played? And if you couldn't answer that, they pretty much kept you out. But I think nowadays, like you said, it's more of limiting your minutes, having these minute restrictions, getting you ready to play. Definitely more than when I played.
Medical staff has a very large voice in this, and it continues that way.
Yes.
First free throw is good.
The free throw line is something that Iggy needs to work on. He's hit or miss from there.
That one is no good. The Kings trail by 9. Heald finds Barnes, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The powerful frame of Barnes went right through the foul like the defender wasn't even there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
The Kings making a switch here. Bielitz is checked in. Josh Jackson's checked in for the Grizzlies. That's good from Barnes.
Barnes is just such a tough cover. He has the ability to play both forward positions.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. Fox with the steal. The feed to Barnes. Buries it down low. Barnes has got 7.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
ABC passes to Jackson. Kicks it to Crowder. Passes it to ABC. And again, Memphis no good. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 4. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now, here's Fox. Tight defense on him. He kicks to Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And that's now 9 points for Harrison Barnes. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Grizzlies lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on their heels, not dictating the pace. They allowed a shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage, the high 50s. Come on, guys.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Growing up, it wasn't no joke.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
And so it's Memphis with it. They've led by as much as 10. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Howard. ABC is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Jackson, and it's Crowder, and it's small forward. And they pick up 2. Iguodala's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Grizzlies.
Superior muscle from Iggy on that possession there. Just a stellar job using his girth.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
And here is Iguodala. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Here's ABC. 6 to shoot. Back to Iguodala. Overhealed. A second chance effort. And Howard finishes it off. Howard's got 9.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
And the foul called on ABC. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rashad Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. Ariza comes in for Harrison Barnes.
Trevor Ariza.
Holmes kicks to Fox. To Holmes, 18 feet out, and Jackson with the block. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. 2 on the clock. Here's Ariza. Good work defensively by Crowder.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here's Crowder. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon. Hard to get your shot over that.
Ariza dishes to Fox. Here's Hield. Pass to Dedmon. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Iguodala, the pass to ABC. Got a piece of it. And Fox with a clear path to the basket.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Smitty, with all the different arenas you've played in and all the cities you've traveled to as a player, which city do you think, looking back, was the hardest to play in for whatever reason?
This is an easy question. Detroit, Michigan, Kevin, because I was raised there and played college basketball. The ticket request going home was definitely hard.
I bet.
Because now you're starting to ask teammates, you're starting to ask everybody for tickets, and I just never had enough.
And it was expensive to buy tickets.
Yes, indeed.
And everyone wanted one.
Everybody. My first game, Kevin, ever back in Detroit, 300 tickets.
Oh.
Glad I had good teammates, though. They helped me.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Sacramento. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Iguodala finds Crowder. Memphis moving it around. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella dominating in the paint.
Fox with it. To the wing on the left. Here's Holmes, but he recovers it. Back to Fox. Bogdanovich with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. 5 on the clock. Here's Ariza. Drops in the tray. Ariza's got 6.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Iguodala outside. Puts one up from 19. That's short off the rim.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Fox kicks to Dedmon. Ariza outside. Now, here's Fox. Defense is right there. Shot from 6. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's ABC. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Valanciunas has got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Bielitsa, he checks in for the Kings. Then for the Grizzlies, Yvonne Rabs checked in for ABC, and Josh Jackson subbed in for Jay Crowder. To the middle. Bogdanovich passes to Fox. Over to the left wing. Here's Holmes. Valanciunas grabs the board. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. And there's the pass to Bielitsa. Here's Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's ABC. Guarded by Fox. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. And here is Holmes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fox. Money from the wing.
And no doubt Fox has a scorer's mentality. He is constantly in attack mode.
Jackson gets the bucket.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
The Kings trail by 7. Now Fox. Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. And the foul called on ABC. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. And he gets the bucket.
The rhythm, the timing, an encouraging sign seeing Bagley knock it down there off the catch.
And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. MyLeague is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bagley in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Now here's Jackson. Over Hield, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Here's Barnes. Passes it to Hield. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Jackson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
And that one falls for Jackson. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
Yeah, but the main thing is the 2-possession lead is secure. The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Here's ABC. Kicks it to Iguodala. Outside Jackson. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bielitsa.
Dwayne Dedmon.
On defense, Sacramento, a 2-point game. Back to Jackson, 6 on the shot clock. And here's Iguodala outside, and the 3-ball is good.
Such a sweet stroke from Andre on the 3-ball. Always a danger to light it up from there.
Fox dishes to Barnes. He kicks it to Bagley. In the corner, it's Hield. And Jackson with the block. And he recovers it. Jackson against Barnes. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Lets it go from 14. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Kings trail by 5. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Bagley. Over Jackson. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
And stolen by Dedmon. Iguodala against Hield. The pass to Fox. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
Now here's Iguodala. Jackson in the corner. Three-pointer. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Barnes outside. A pass to Fox. And it's Bagley at the elbow. He can't get it to go. Excellent D from Howard. Here's Jackson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
This is where it's important to have guys looking for opportunities. Terrific lead pass.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
I got people nothing like they trip out. Asking for forgiveness, I never said you have it. Pulling all these, but do you really want attention? Photo shoot the second I go out. Catch me chillin' with Offset and Lulu out. You gotta give a resume so I can see what you're about. Yo, snatch up, yo, camera, I need things like astronaut. Please don't make me pull up on you. Lifetime Sawyer, like to get right to the point. And my sneakers match my sweater. I got hella sauce like soy. Like my dad, I'm the man. Don't wanna see me mad. What you doing is you lost. Go ahead and call a cab. Hey, yesterday my mother called me. She told me that she be worried about my food and what I eat. And I told her it's calorie. When I got no plans, sipping on it after dinner. You say you hang with the man, I see him when I'm in the mirror. For the meal, in the day ain't even have to deal on your. Every day I just be sipping chamomile. That's a pill. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here.
And chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Jonas Valanciunas.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He told them it's time for you to fight to get this lead. Let's bring this one home. Guys, we'll see if they have what it takes to get it done. Back to you.
Here's Barnes. After the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Barnes against Crowder. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut back down to 5 points on the make from Barnes. Passes it to Valanciunas. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. .129 left in the fourth quarter. Fox kicks to Barnes. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
With his size and explosiveness, you get the feeling Barnes could live at the line. It's all about creating contact.
At the line for your Kings, Harrison Barnes. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Barnes hits them both.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
Kicks it to Valanciunas. Over Dedmon. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got 10 points here in the second half.
He's shown he can get it done in the big moments. JV delivering in the clutch.
Iguodala's drive, and the wide-open shot from Crowder drills it from outside. And now an 8-point Grizzly lead.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Barnes against Crowder. And that one's good, Barnes.
And just a crucial shot by Barnes, taking it upon himself and coming through.
Here's ABC. Pass to Valanciunas. To the inside. Jackson finds Valanciunas. No basket for the 7th time in 15 attempts this game.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 8. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Nineteen seconds left to play in the final quarter. Barnes can't get it to go. Joseph against Jones. And so the Grizzlies take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.